Hello, what culture? Welcome to Raw Ups and Downs, the show where we give ups and downs, or good or bad bits, or thumbs up or thumbs down, to what happened on last night's episode of Raw. Now, before we get there, I do have to say this. Yes, I made my professional wrestling debut this past Saturday for Defiant Wrestling, and if you'd like to catch up with that, you can. You just have to go to access.wearedefiant.com. And it genuinely was one of the best experiences of my life, and I want to thank everybody at Defiant Wrestling, all the wrestlers, and all of you guys out there as well for all the support. You made my life. But also, there's somebody else I need to address. I'm not going to do it specifically here. I don't think it's the time or place. You know what you did. I know what you did. Everybody knows what you did. And I get it. I'm a rookie. I'm really green. I don't know what I'm doing. But I ain't a pushover. I ain't just going to lay down and take crap. This ain't over, man. This ain't over at all. But anyway, enough of that. Let's ups and downs. Before we get going, I do want to say thank you, Canada. You're always an absolutely bonkers crowd, and you make shows like this much more enjoyable than it would have been otherwise. So, the audience from last night's Raw, get it up. And as for the start of Raw, again, it was alright, it was decent, but the crowd made it far better than it would have been. However, either way, it's getting it up. It's pretty standard stuff as Roman came out to a room full of boos, and he told us that he should be Universal Champion now, because his feet touched the floor first at the greatest ever Raw Rumble. And we even saw a tweet from referee Chad Patton who was like, oh, I got the call wrong. I'm so sorry. This was Roman's way of basically saying, hey, I'm going to go after the Universal title again. That within itself is getting a down. I am so bored of Roman Reigns at this stage going after the Universal title because it's like a journey with no destination. We just keep on driving, but we ain't ever going to get there. Then Samoa Joe popped up on the Titantron to cut another amazing promo on Reigns and basically said, look, you lost last Friday, and I'm going to whoop your ass on Sunday. I'm going to choke you out, and no one's ever going to see you again. As always, Samoa Joe is wonderful. And then Jinder Mahal came out. This was yet more predictable stuff as Mahal just ran down Roman Reigns and said he wanted a match with the big dog. And Sami Zayn arrived to a huge ovation, and he said, no, I want to fight Roman Reigns. And then Kevin Owens popped out to an even bigger ovation, and he also said he wanted to fight Roman Reigns. So basically everybody wants to fight Roman Reigns. Given that a bunch of people wanted to beat him up, Roman then decided, well, hey, I've got my back against the corner here, and he just smashed Kevin Owens in the face. That prompted Bobby Lashley to come out to help Roman Reigns. He got booed. And then Braun Strowman arrived to clean house. And while he didn't get loads of boos, he did get a mini bit of boos because he was kind of helping Roman Reigns here, which goes to show never help Roman Reigns if you want to get cheered. And that set up a match for later in the night. It is going to be a 6-man tag team between the heels and the faces. That's all right. It's downtime next though because then Raw went weird. Down. It began okay as Elias was doing all his usual shtick and the crowd was really into it because yes, the crowd was into everything that happened this night and he ran them down and he said he was really proud that he eliminated so many people at the greatest Raw Rumble and he did. He got rid of Randy Orton, he got rid of Kurt Angle and he got rid of the New Day. He then sang a song about Bobby Roode which led to a match between the two. And what the hell was this? Throughout it, Elias focused on Bobby Roode's throat and his neck and his larynx or whatever. You're like, okay, that's an interesting body part to work. But then, towards the end of it, he took said body part and he held it into the turnbuckle, or at least the turnbuckle area, and apparently it was so bad, Bobby Roode couldn't breathe and the match was called off. Now on paper that sounds alright, but in execution, it didn't work. One, why are these two feuding, if there was a reason? I've forgotten. Two, never ever 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 stop a match like this. It just makes Bobby Roode look like a massive geek. And that was that, and it was odd. And I don't really want to see these two fight ever again. The Authors of Pain then squashed some jobbers, and that's exactly what the Authors of Pain should be doing. Good set up. Kinda like what was up next though. Getting up. Seth Rollins walked to the ring to put over his IC title reign so far, and the crowd agreed. They cheered him like he was a hero, so much so that at one point Rollins just stopped and he took it all in. Nice. Finn Balor eventually arrived on the scene too, and while there was a lot of talking here, all you need to know is the maths. Finn Balor said they've had 4 matches, Finn's won 2, Seth has won 2, so why don't they have another match this evening to see who's going to go 3-2 up? Everybody wanted it, Seth agreed, and that's our main event. At this stage, Curtis Axel and Bo Dallas arrived on the scene, and damn it, these ragamuffins got me again. Even though it was stupid, they revealed these awful t-shirts that had all 4 people's faces plastered on it, and they were like, hey, we should become the 4 horsemen of the WWE, and they're such goofballs, I can't help but enjoy them. Eventually, Bo and Curtis jumped Seth and Finn, because of course Seth and Finn had gone, that ain't gonna happen, and yes, on top of that, the faces eventually got the upper hand. However, Rollins wasn't watching Finn Balor, and then he smashed him too, and he was like, always keep an eye on me, my name's Finn Balor. I kind of hope Finn Balor turns heel. I think it feels like it's the right time. However, I really think this Sasha Banks and Bayley feud has gone into the toilet. getting her down. Tonight we had Sasha telling us that Bayley won't be at ringside for her match with Ruby Riott because all week she's been trying to text and call Bayley and she hasn't heard anything back. But that's not the case. The reason she ain't going to be there is because you hurled her head into a locker a few weeks ago. I don't forget, I have eyes and a brain and I saw it. I'm a wrestling nerd. But why have we forgotten this? And yeah, then we had the match and surprise, surprise, the Riott squad kept interrupting, which eventually led to Sasha Banks losing and Bayley didn't come out because she was backstage. But why are we prolonging this? We've already had the trigger point. One just needs to be face, one needs to be heel, and they need to have a fight. That's what wrestling is. Just feud properly already. I don't get this. And if you get it, let me know. Answers on a postcard, or you can just leave a little message in the comments. Had another PSA from Alexa Bliss next, and I tell you what, she is just a damn good heel. Came up with this dumb story about how she once went to Disneyland with her former best friend Nia Jax, and all Jax did the entire time was bully her because of her height, right down to questioning if she was tall enough to ride in the D-cups. Now, Alexa is getting so good at this, I worry she may babyface herself, but that aside, as long as Nia Jax destroys her at Backlash, because they do have a title match, all this will have been wonderful. So far, yes, it is wonderful. And I may be in the minority here, but after this, we had all the stuff with Titus ONeil, and I was actually a little bit excited to see what WWE would do with the man after his pratfall at Greatest Royal Rumble. However, I didn't really like it. I didn't think they took advantage of the situation. It's getting it down. I just don't think they capitalized on it in the right way. It started off with Titus laughing it off, and that was quite nice because he baby-faced himself to everyone. And my heart went out to the guy, and Baron Corbin arrived, and he said, "No, you're just a fool, you're an idiot." And then the two just walked away. I just thought we could have done more here, and it wasn't really that funny, and it was just kind of there. It felt a bit like, well, we should do something because everybody laughed at it. It's like fell flat. It did carry on later in the night when Corbin took on No Way Jose. Halfway through the match, Titus Worldwide did come down, and Apollo made sure the ringside area was all secure so Titus didn't fall down, and he tried to get in the ring, and you already know what I'm going to say. That's right, he fell off the ring onto the apron, onto the floor, because now he's forgotten how to get in the ring. That caused a distraction. Baron Corbin got rolled up 1, 2, 3. No Way Jose wins. It just feels like WWE's going to treat this completely the wrong way and run it into the ground. But hey, look, I'm really glad that Titus has something now. I felt quite sorry for him after he had that fall, even though, yes, I laughed too. Who couldn't laugh? And he's got some merchandise off the back of it. So if it all works out for O'Neil, I'm alright with it. Between all of that, we also had a batshit insane promo from Woken Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt. And all I can say to you is, go and watch it. It is genuinely all over the place. It's genuinely brilliant. Get to know. Also, yeah, the team is now officially called the Deleaters of Worlds. I like that too. Makes me feel happy. We then got Braun, Lashley, and Roman Reigns taking on Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, and Jinder Mahal. It's getting up. We do have to give one down though, because at one point, Roman Reigns made the hot tag to Braun Strowman. How stupid is that? A year ago, or last year in 2017, these two actually tried to kill each other with trucks and ambulances, and who knows what, now they're just doing cool tags in a tag team match. Don't worry about murder, who cares? Anyway, Strowman eventually got the win after he gave his running power slam to Kevin Owens, and boy howdy, did the crowd not like that. They really wanted Owens and Zayn to win. However, I will say this, fair play to Braun. He basically kept his babyface status alive, even though he was in a hostile crowd, or a potentially hostile crowd. We do need to do something with Braun Strowman, Bobby Lashley, Kevin Owens, and Sami Zayn, because it was also announced that at Backlash, we're getting that tag team match, Lashley and Strowman going against Owens and Zayn. I don't really think that's fitting of any of them, and it also, if we are doing that, why did Kevin Owens take the pin in this match? You had Jinder Mahal. Pin Jinder Mahal, and at least give some extra sprinkles to this. But no, we can't do that, but whatever. Natalya then beat Mickie James, and I guess it was fine. Kind of want to give it a down, but I'm going to give it an up. The basic story was that Alexa Bliss was in Mickie James's corner and Ronda Rousey was in Natty's corner. Bliss kept getting involved. That annoyed Rousey. She chased Bliss away, and then Natty rolled up Mickie James for the win. My real issue is I just don't think Ronda Rousey is necessarily being used in the right way. I don't think we have to wheel her out for every episode of Raw if she's just going to do this. I think it affects her star power a tad. However, I guess it's nice that the fans got to see her live. Afterwards, Nia Jax then also chased Alexa Bliss away, because apparently Alexa Bliss just has to be chased away, and all the baby faces then celebrated because they're good people. Quick interview with Drew McIntyre and Dolph Ziggler followed, and I tell you what, I'm surprised. I really like this team. It was intense, it had a point, it got me excited. Getting up. Then we had a brilliant match between Seth Rollins and Finn Balor for the IC Championship. Getting a massive up. You already know how this went because it's just two great wrestlers who know how to put on a great wrestling match. It had back and forth action, and some of the sequences they put together flowed so well, it made me think of a waterfall of love, and I don't even know what a waterfall of love is. It eventually ended after Seth Rollins hit the curb stomp on Finn Balor to retain his title, and I tell you this, if you like wrestling scraps, you should just go out of your way to watch this. I could go through everything move for move, but that's not going to do it justice. Just hunt it down, watch the damn thing, and enjoy what is probably one of the best Raw matches of 2018. And that is our go-home show for Backlash, and I kind of think the Greatest Royal Rumble got in the way a little bit. I don't think we have that much momentum going into Sunday's pay-per-view. However, in my head, once Backlash is out the way, we're going to get a lot more interesting stories for people that need these stories, like Bobby Lashley and Braun Strowman. And because of that, I'm excited to see where we get in the next 7 days. Now, don't forget to leave a comment below and let us know what you thought about last night's Raw. Like, share, and subscribe. Head on over to WhatCulture.com and read yourself some articles. Follow WhatCulture on Twitter. WhatCulture WWE. My name is Simon Miller, and this was WhatCulture. And as I promised you a week ago, I'm going to give either an up or a down to my own professional wrestling debut in Defiance Rumble, and I had such a good time, I'm sorry, I gotta give it an up. And yeah, I'm an asshole, I gave my own match an up, but it was too good, it made me too happy, I loved it too much, apart from that one bit, which I'm not gonna let lie, really not, I'm genuinely pissed off about it, but other than that, yes, I gave my own match an up. I'll see you soon.
So, thanks for watching. Please feel free to click on any of these things around my head, or something terrible might happen to the dog. Too sweet me, bro. Traitor. Traitor.